just fighting, but other things as well.
Yeah.
Which is sick. Like life.
Once I talk too much, I feel like I kind of like just black out and don't remember what I talked about. That's why I have to go back and listen and be like, what did I say? Am I going to get canceled now?
Yeah, when you go back and watch the podcast, do you like really like
yeah, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like I'll say stuff and I'm like, oh, I can see why people like that. It can also be why people are like, I don't like that guy. And I'm like, fair. So.
A little bit of both.
Yeah, but that's why it's like I posted the you sent me the video of the Saturday speech, and apparently everyone's been like reposting it, and like Damon was like, I've been talking about this like since it happened, and I was like, oh hell yeah, because there's like it's that like, I mean it kind of makes sense, man. It's like we were kind of like we're piggybacking off like when we talked about the like the attitude, when we talked about what makes a high level competitor, athlete, fighter, right?
Yeah.
And it's that attitude, like the mentality. And in that in that video, I'm like, man, if you're tired, don't even fucking show up. Don't even bother. Yeah. And I tell people, like, I'm not being mean. It's just that's the way it is. Like, sorry you think it's gonna be this way, but it's not. Like, sorry you think you can think this way, you can act this way, you can do this thing, but like I even put in the post that like fighting doesn't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't care if you're tired.
No, it doesn't.
You tell yourself you're tired, you're about to be in pain and tired.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like when EK had the flu, and I think we both told him
it's like, man, you can't, like, everyone feels like they have the flu.
Yeah.
I have, like, you ask anybody, if someone says, like, I feel great, I'm 100% healthy, they are lying to themselves. But it's like that mentality of, like, but that's where I tell, like, hey, best case scenario, you're at 85%, 89%, but you're going to give 100% of that 85%.
Yeah, what you have.
Yeah, like whatever you have left, like give it. Like I tell people, like when you talk about, like we were talking about like my dad and like that dark place.
Yeah.
And I tell people like that dark place is where you start learning, like, okay, all I have is what I've got, so I'm going to give all of it.
Yeah.
And then you start realizing, like, shit, that was my 10%?
Yeah.
Damn, what if I'm at like 25%? What if I'm at like 50%? Like, and all you can do is give 100% of what you have.
Yeah.
I was talking to Jared about that this morning. He was like, I woke up and the first thing I said is, I don't want to do this. And I said, so you had to do it? And he goes, yep. And I'm like, that's why you run into burning buildings and I don't.
Yeah, that's the best thing.
That's
you came anyway. And even if you do not feel that great or you feel like an injury or whatever, talking about it it's not gonna fix it. Well, focusing on it is not going to make it better.
There is, like, you do have to talk about it, you do have to focus on it, but what is the talk and what's your focus?
You think so?
Oh, 100%.
I mean, like leading up to a fight or like warming up for a fight?
Warming up for a fight, practice day. Hey, how are you feeling? Like, that's why you always hear me try to, like, talk to people. You know, like, I genuinely, like, that's how I tell people, like, I care as a coach by A, teaching you defense, and B, asking how you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, I'll see people come in, and I'll be like, are you doing okay? And they're like, I'm fine. I'm like, bullshit. Like, usually if someone's, like, full of energy, like, good posture, walking in, ready to go, and there's some days, like, I mean, you look, like, Saturday, Cricket and Bobby came up to me going, like, are you okay? You looked like dog shit on Friday. And I went, did I? And they're like, you were not hiding it well. Are you okay? And I went, I'm tired, man. Like, that's, and even though but it's like, I felt beat to shit. And, like, it just showed, you know? So that's why the same thing, I see people come in, I'm like, okay, well, you're here. So don't make yourself feel worse by like not living up to like your expectations. Like high performing people can have off days, but what are you going to do with that off day? Yeah, you can still have to do something. It's not going to be as much, but like, dude, if you're in that bad spot, like you can't get your motor going, but you still get something out of it, you've still leveled up in a big way. Same thing of like working on injuries, man. Like sometimes, like, you know, when you're an amateur, I tell people, like, hey, you know, if you're injured, you might have to think about pulling out of this fight. It's not worth it. Cool, okay, you sprained your leg, and then you go into a fight, and now you have a full-blown ACL tear because you have to go, you have to be engaged. Or maybe you're hesitant of that, and you get hurt, you get knocked out. Yeah. Don't make it worse, you know? And, like, when you're a pro, it's different. Hey, we have to work around this injury. You know, and we've had that happen where it's like, guys will, like, once again, like, mess up their knee during a camp, so we got to focus a bit more boxing. Okay, we can't do heavy wrestling. We can do angles. We can do fit-ins. Like, what is everything we can do around this? Like, where does that knee hurt? Does it hurt if you're on top? Does it hurt if you're on bottom? Okay, we got to train these areas. Now we have to think about, like, if we're going to work out of these positions that it does hurt, like, this is the percentage we have to go at. Got to get you to that fight. Like, we're gonna have a game plan to, like, win this fight with what we got. and that becomes a different story.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I was listening to Sean O'Malley talk about his Aljamain fight.
Yeah.
And he had like a totally messed up hip, and he was like training very little wrestling.
Yeah.
He was telling himself like, all right, in the fight, I got to knock him out. I got to stay off the fence. And he just adjusted to what he had. But then I guess sometimes it could be like Kayla Harrison with her neck. Like, who knows what happened there.
Well, I mean, that's like, like a hip thing, man. A groin tear. Yeah, like when it's your neck, like that is nerve damage, that is disc damage. Like, people don't forget, like an injury here affects everything down below.
Yeah. So it's not worth it.
Not worth it sometimes, yeah. Like, but then you'll hear some people the opposite. Like, I mean, Kurt Angle won an Olympic gold medal in wrestling with a broken fucking neck.
I did not know about that.
Look it up. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, you'll hear like Mark Kerr talk about it too, where like they were there when they saw like Kurt Angle like break his neck, like mid-match, keeps wrestling. Goes on
crazy.
like, and that's at like the Olympic trials. And then he goes on to win an Olympic gold medal like with a broken neck. But now his right arm looks like a skeleton. Like it is like Bas Rutten, like same. That's why Bas Rutten like retired his knees and his neck injury, and those guys now have like you see like the atrophy, which is like where like one part of the body is like bigger than the other. Hell, I have that in my right arm. Like my right arm is continuously getting smaller, and my left arm isn't.
Yeah,
it sucks. Like damage is done, and you can't make it worse than it is. Like Kurt Angle still went on to be WWE wrestler. Like he set himself up for life, so now like he doesn't have to worry about anything. He's living his best life, but he's got like that wound. He's got that battle scar like for life. But he's just like, whatever, man. I still do everything I can with it. And I'm like, that's badass, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I feel like professional athletes are guys that really want to fight at that professional level.
Different people, man.
Yeah,
There's
I think
so
the hardest
many
thing
levels
is
of
like
people.
and the hardest thing I feel like for that level of person is like to take time off or to let the injury heal.
And that is where a lot of guys like that and a lot of guys and gals will really mess themselves up by like not doing the appropriate steps to get better. Like that downtime can put some people in a bad place. Like I totally get it. Like I am especially when I was younger, man, if I wasn't in the gym, I was a disaster. Like just mentally, physically, habit-wise, just out of control, and some people like have to have that routine, that structure, that challenge to make sure they don't like take a step back. And then some guys will like overdo that to a point where it becomes a detriment. Yeah. And you have to learn how to measure it, man. You got to learn how to measure the off days. Got to learn how to measure. I mean, like off day, like there is no off day. Okay, it's Sunday. A little bit of road work. Like, are you doing film study? Are you gonna meditate? Like, go for a fucking walk. You got to keep that body. Got to keep that brain moving, man. Like, what can you get out of that day?
Yeah, I was talking to Cricket. He said it's a good idea to swim on Sundays. So I said, all right,
dude, swimming's a great
low impact.
Dude, low impact, whole body, great blood flow, and it's hard. It's a challenge. It's great mental. It's great cardio, great physical. Like it's just such a well-rounded thing to do on like off days, on rest days. Like if people I encourage people if they're ever like coming off of like massive shoulder injuries. Like when I've had my shoulder rebuilt twice now, swimming was a great way. Yeah.
What happened to it?
Shattered my collarbone in 7 places, so there was like nothing left of we had like there were like a little pieces of it here and here left. Like the middle was like broken off like into pieces. I went over the handlebars on a bike and just completely shattered my collarbone.
Oh, I think you told me that when you were riding a bike.
Yeah, and I got 7 screws and a plate put in. But I also, in that same injury, like with that break, separated my trap and my pec muscle.
God, that's awful. That's like so much.
Dude, it's horrible. It's my jab arm. And so it was a pain in the dick, dude. It sucked. But at the same time, like I had to figure out, but that's where I talk about that's where I went southpaw. Okay, I got another arm. I got 2 legs. I'll do that. Yeah. Once I got back to full range of motion, it was always like, it was very light, like 1 pound weight stuff. Once I could start doing it, it was like swimming was like a big help. Not a great swimmer, but pulling yourself through water, that range of motion, like cause it's constant resistance with everything, and it's not weighted, it's water. It's your own body weight, man.
Yeah.
So it's great for recovery. Same thing, like when I've broken my back and shit like that, like.
How'd you break your back?
Inverse body triangle. Yeah, I was belly down, and so when I had a body triangle, they're on my back, and they sat up and broke my L4 in half.
Oh.
Yeah, so I've got compressed disc at my 3 and 5.
Wow. That was what, during a fight or just training?
Practice. Just practice.
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 You were belly down?
Yeah.
And they sat up on your back?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I was like, hey, man, could you maybe, like, hit me and I'll try to do something? And he goes, man, fuck you, and, like, sits up, and then, and I was like, oh, I can't move my legs. Like, and then,
Wow.
Yeah, so I was really, really fortunate with that. They were like, man, you got close to, like, really not be able to do anything anymore.
Yeah.
And that was still like pretty early on in life. Like, but whatever, man. Like, I still fought with it. Still fought after this.
Yeah.
And
so when that happened to your back, did you take time off, or what were you doing?
A little bit. Yeah. I mean, it was like time off. I had to like wear this back brace. Couldn't do much of anything. So I'm doing like upper body like cable stuff, just taking weights and doing what I fucking can. Like,
yeah. Well, that's interesting because I feel like a lot of people I see, like, not even just martial artists, but people in general, if like one part of their body's messed up, or they'll say, all right, I'm done for now, or you know, not using what they can.
I've had so many doctors say, hey, stop doing stuff. I'm like, I need a new doctor. And they're like, no, you need to listen. I'm like, no, I don't. Like, your belly is past your dick. I'm not going to listen to you, buddy. But even, I mean, like, when I had my stroke, I remember a big, like, life-changing thing was, like, when I'm just like in the lobby waiting for my turn to go through like PT and neuro PT and stuff like that. I met people that also had like similar things, like less things, some things worse. And I start asking people like, hey, what do you do now? And they're like, nothing. I'm just on disability. And I'm like, huh? Like, and they're like, tons of people were saying that. Like, they just don't do anything. And they kind of liked it. And I went, damn, that's a nightmare. And they're like, what do you mean? I was like, I can't do nothing. I have to do something. Like, I would. Like, I mean, and you saw it, like, there's some of the people here that saw me, like, actually, maybe, like, were you gone when I had the stroke?
Yeah, I was gone,
yeah, you were
but I came back soon after, like, within a few months.
And, like, it was even still, like, when I was in, like, the heat of, like, recovery, like, I would be, like, people, like, the docs would be like, what are you going to do after this? And I was like, well, I'm going to go to the gym. And they're like, no, you're not. And I'm like, yes, I am. And like, I mean, when you're having to recover for like physical, as I tell people, like physical injuries are so easy now to think about compared to like this, like neurological rehab, having to learn how to look again, how to learn how to use your right arm again, learning how to like track stuff again, how to re-coordinate the left and the right side of your body.
Yeah, dude, I saw a video you posted on Instagram trying to hit a light switch.
Yeah, and I'm like making a joke of it, and people are like, is that what your day-to-day is like? And I'm like, yeah, this is my left hand, boom, my right arm trying to do shit. Like, I mean, now it's cool, but I mean, it's kind of cool. I got hand tattoos on Saturday. I didn't feel a single thing.
Oh yeah, because I saw those.
Yeah, because they just look like pin drawings. Yeah, but like that's why I wanted them. It's just like my little like existential crisis guy, and then this little guy is kind of like, hey, what you doing? Yeah, but the tattoo artist is like, do you feel this? And I'm like, no. And it's the nerve damage.
You don't feel anything on your right arm?
I mean, I can feel some stuff, but like there's just like some sensations I just don't feel anymore.
Yeah.
Like I feel like this constant like static. It's weird. But yeah, like that video, even the doctors, like they were like, we know you're making a joke, but like that's serious. And I'm like, yeah, and like, cool, let's figure out how you can hit a light switch again. Like step one, hit a light switch.
Yeah, so what happened? Like you couldn't judge the distance?
Yeah, I had no depth perception. I was blind in my right eye. And even like my right eye, like it wouldn't, like if I would look around, like my left eye could look and track and my right eye would like float and couldn't keep up.
Yeah. So
it's kind of like you see people like a limping leg. That's what my eye was like. So yeah, like the right side of my body had like no coordination, like no balance. Like and it sucked because like the smallest mundane things of even just standing up was almost felt impossible to do. So like I would leave like those neuro rehabs and then like I'd be at the gym. I could only maybe have like I'd have like 20 minutes in me and I'd have like sunglasses on, hat on, and I'm just like looking at people's feet for like footwork patterns. And I was like, all right, well, I'm about to pass out. I got to go. But I still had to, like, do something. And then now that's turned back into, I got my full class schedule back. It's not what I used to have. I tell some people I miss my 6 a.m.s. Like, I miss my 8 to 9 hours of pad work a day. Like, that's the shit that just got me going. I miss my sparring. God damn, that eats me up every day, not being able to spar again. Like, so trying to, like, chase that dragon of, like, what can get me, like, focused, you know? Yeah. But now it's like, all right, cool, I guess I'll just drive my car fast, like whatever. Like not in a reckless, crazy way, but like, you know, I'm looking at like getting like some autocross events because it's like just something about like, I mean, you feel sparring. It's kind of like it's like a stressful, like focused release.
Yeah.
Like that, like not like, I mean, fighting, like I'm pretty honest about fighting. I never really gave a shit about it. I was like, it's something good to try out if you're young. Like do it while you're young. Like you'll bounce back pretty quick. But like there's some like just like that focus. of like sparring, man. Like everything is just like gone. It's kind of like surfing, man. You're just like, hell yeah, I'm riding this wave. This is dope. But I just don't have that anymore. And I'm like, ah. So it's like I'm always looking for that thing. So when I hear people say like, yeah, I just don't do anything now, and I'm like, that is depressing. Like, death sounds like a way better option than that. Like, I don't know how people are wired that way.
Yeah. Was your dad the same way as you?
100%. Yeah. I mean, like we talked about like the last episode, like that guy. I mean, he couldn't comprehend the fact that like his best years got put behind him. Mm-hmm. Like he was talking about he got cut down in his prime, and I'm like, well, you had the chance to be a dad, but you didn't. But like, I get it. Like I get it. Boo-hoo daddy issues and shit. But like. I understand like where that drive comes from, where that motor comes from. Like there's no, like some people's headspace is like we can't have a day off. Mm. Like it's not good for us. And like my father was just like that kind of guy where, hey man, I have to do this hard challenging thing. I have to challenge myself. I have to prove to myself. And he would do it. It's like, hey, I have to prove that I'm still like worth something. I'm still able to be an athlete. People like people like live off that kind of shit. Mm-hmm. Like we all see some people that still post about like they haven't fought in a decade and they talk about their glory years. Like my dad could not accept that his glory years had to happen then, So he was like, no, and then he ended up like making it worse for himself. Now he's a vegetable. Now he's just like this old guy that can't get out of bed, drug addict, just ruined his life. He could have still challenged himself, could have done a lot of stuff, but like he just had it different. But it's also like that was a world-class psychopath, not like me, where I'm like I'm like a regional psychopath. Right? I'm like a regional kind of psychopath, like not a world-class. Yeah, like it's just that people are just built different, man. Yeah, it's nuts, and like combat sports will show that to you. Like there's like it's a really fucked up phrase that I say, and I'll probably get some heat for it, but like I was talking to Talia and someone else, and I said equality is a made-up word from like weak people. Because like you'll see like strong people want other people to be strong, brave people want other people to be brave. Like weak people like, I want equality, you got to bring it down to my level. Like no, that's not equality, man. That's just you not pushing yourself. Like people are not equal. Like we're just not. Like what you have is what you've worked for. Some people work their life, their ass off, their entire existence off for like this goal, and they have to accept like what they get to. So I kind of tell people, like equality is a dumb word. People are not equal.
Yeah, because not everyone deserves to be. Not everyone puts in the same amount of work.
Genetically, I mean, just like like guess what? Sometimes like the strong people die, the weak people live. Like we're in a time where there's a lot of like comfort. So there's a lot of people that are upset. Well, like, hey, I've had no challenges. How come I can't have a good life? I'm like, because you're not challenging yourself to create a better life for yourself. Yeah. Just like fighters, How come I can't be a world champion? Well, you might just not have that thing. Fucking heartbreaking to find out. Fucking can ruin it. But then there's also people that know, like, hey, I tried, I challenged myself, I'm okay with it. What else can I do with this gift of like knowing what I can do and what I can't do? Like I tell you, like you and your brother like found this out like a long time ago about like, oh, like man, I'm kind of wired a little bit different. Let me see what I can do with it. And that's why you were making 6 figures in a couple months, like over the summer. I was like, what's that? I've never done that. Like, what is that like? I'll have the occasional comment in my bank account gone so fast, man. There's been like maybe this many times in my life I've had a comma in my bank account, and I'm just like, oh shit, that went quick. Like, yeah, it's like, but people find out those gifts and they pursue them and they do a lot with them. And now, like, you're still young. Like, you've got, like, this whole, like, next, like, 15 years to really put, like, pedal to the fucking metal. Yeah. And then guess what? You've got even more time than that past that to, like, live with what you've done and be proud of it, Like, I tell people, like, and everyone's triumph, everyone's win is going to be different. But be proud of what you did, Like me, like, I'm no Zach Bender. Like, that artwork, like, he's like, man, I can't wait to make something better. I'm like, I can't wait till I can draw a straight line. Like, the day I draw a straight line, I'm putting that shit in my fucking fridge, dude. Like, right now, my lines are still like, goddamn stupid stroke hand. But that's just it. Like, what are you willing to, like how honest you can be with yourself?
Yeah, were people always like that? Like coming in saying they want to be a world champion? Like back when you were training, or when it was like a bit smaller, were people more honest with themselves?
It's not so much. No, I feel like it's actually a lot more lying. And like Adam Levy is cool to have around because he and I are around the same age and we came in around the same times. We're getting into MMA in the early 2000s, and it's still a brand new sport. So technically, like we were getting into the sport and it wasn't even like a decade old.
Yeah.
So it was still it was like such a, you have like the martial artists and you have like the tough guys, and MMA was like filled with tough guys.
Yeah, I bet.
Guys that couldn't wrap their head around the fact there's other guys out there that can beat them.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people would walk into gyms going like, I want to be a fighter, not a world champion. I'm a fighter. Or like they'll say they're a fighter. I made a mistake when I was a teenager. I'm a fighter. The coach said, okay. Next day I got my jaw dislocated. I'm not a fighter. Like I'm a dude that can take a punch. Cool. Like, but I went with that. I was like, and then some people would like have that. Like it's kind of toxic to like make these like false self-images of yourself if you've never challenged it, So now we're in like this martial artist era, or like this this proving ground era. Kind of like people see this challenge and they're like, I can be a better person if I challenge myself. And I'm like, that's it. That's it. Like I've seen a lot of mean dudes become hippies because of this sport.
Yeah, you think it's shifted for the better then since then?
100%. I mean, even still, like you would still find like coaches environments like that where it's like honest coaches holding people accountable. Like a lot of it also comes from the coaches, where it's like, are they blowing steam up your ass? Is he a cheerleader? He's going like, yeah, you're a fighter. You're gonna be a world champion. You're a badass. And it's like, bro, you don't know like what you're gonna be. Like a coach is gonna help you find out who you are. A lot of world champions don't know they're world champion. But like a coach is going to help them find these things they have in them that they can like pull out and become a world champion with.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I noticed that about you. You wait till someone proves themselves, like
I present
until you
challenges.
see the qualities.
I present challenges.
Yeah, before you put a label on them.
Yeah, I don't label any. I mean, labels are a dumb thing, man. Like I really hate it when people make their own label for themselves, and I'm like, come on, man, don't give yourself a nickname like the Punisher, and you've never been in a fight yet. Like I'm the KO King. There is a guy like. Is it Blake Mansfield? He has a gym in Cary, KO King. Like he's knocked some motherfuckers out. He earned that, But like I'm the Mauler, and I'm like, are you sure, man? Aren't you a mailman? Like I think you're delivering stuff all day. I think that's what you are. But now you can like train to become a mauler of men. You can become a conqueror, like and shit like that. But it's never like a coach has to pull it out of you. Like and it's also like to me the magical thing is like seeing when people have these qualities they didn't know they had. Does that make sense?
They find it through martial arts, you mean?
They
like
find
when
it
they walk
through. I mean, like, and it's like not just that. It's like through anything.
Yeah.
Like, what is that challenge to them? Like whether it be martial arts, whether it be powerlifting, whether it be just long distance, like ultra marathon runners. Like someone's gonna help you pull that out of you. Yeah. Like if you have this thing, like okay, it's our job to find out like just how special you are. And even like I've told you, I think like getting ready for fights, I'm like, kid, I don't think you know how talented you are. And now some people can take that and create like a bad ego off of it, or they can go, oh, I'm just gonna keep focused on getting better. Yeah. I'm gonna prove myself how great I can be. And that's suddenly you're gonna turn around and look back at your accomplishments and just go, oh hell yeah.
That's definitely what it's like, especially when I first started. I think Sam Shell told me like, hey, there's a fight coming up in February. Do you want to do it? Yeah. And at this point, I'd only been training with you like maybe 5 months. Yeah. I'm like, fight? Like I don't know about
what is that like? And then
like, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
And you did the smokers like before that. I think it was like that first smoker is like when I saw a niche and I was like, oh hell yeah. Well, I mean, cause like it's not like I met you like that. I met you like that first day at the park, just like this kid. Oh come on. Like this kid at the park, and I'm like, okay, he's learning martial arts. Like if he's a blue belt under John Shell, he can definitely handle like the vocabulary. He can definitely handle some push, But then I remember seeing you in like the first smoker that I held, and you just went out there, and I went, oh, this is a niche.
Yeah, I really wanted it. I remember.
That's it. Like I remember, I was like, yeah, you wanted to win, and you ended up like there were no knockouts, but you still like the ref had to like stop it because the guy just couldn't do anything, and that guy had a ton of experience. That guy had like fought before, and I was just like, oh yeah, you ready? Like, you're good to go, man. Hell yeah, dude.
And like you were saying, I think the coach will see it before the student. Like, when does the student really feel ready? Like, never. The student will wait, I still need to do this better. I still need to do that better.
That, like, a good student is always going to be like, hey, I always know I need to get better. And it's going to be the coach's job to hold them accountable to that.
Yeah.
Like, I never make claims about knowing everything. I never make claims about being the best coach in the world. Mm-hmm. I am always trying to improve as a coach, as a business owner, as a leader. And I want the same thing out of my students, too. Even if you've lost a bunch of fights, like, keep getting better. Keep getting better,
Yeah.
Maybe you stop fighting. Doesn't mean you can't stop getting better at shit. Like, if there's one thing I can teach people is, like, hey, you can always get better at stuff. Don't shoot for perfect. Perfect's a lie. Mm-hmm. We can have a perfect night of fights. Like, what it's like to go into a fight and be like, damn, I was unstoppable tonight.
Yeah.
Shit, now I can become more unstoppable, right? Like, so we can have a perfect night, but like nothing is ever perfect forever. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Like diamonds break.
Yeah.
Shit falls apart.
Yeah, nothing is permanent.
But we can have like these unique moments, or we put hundreds of hours of work into 6 minutes of fight time, and it's a perfect night. And it's like, God damn, hell yeah, brother. Ain't nothing better.
Yeah.
Nothing better, man. Like that post-fight meal with the boys. And there's sometimes it's like that. Like you get it now. Like it's for like sure. that constant hang with the homies, like after fights.
Yeah.
And then there's even like the nights where it doesn't go bad. Then it's like, well, hey man, here's the gift of knowing that you have to get better. Mm-hmm. Like here's the gift of losing. Like it sucks. I only get mad if I see people maybe aren't like honest with themselves and like they're like how they feel about the loss. Like I've been with you, like you've been stopped, you've been on the wrong side of like judges, and I'm just like, shit man, like how you like on to the next one. I know you saw me get kind of heated after a certain like judge's call, but I was like, you didn't do anything wrong. Like I'm sorry, you have to know what this feels like. But you were just like, dog, it's part of it.
That one wasn't that bad because I mean, like,
for me, like I was livid.
Yeah,
because I know because like it was such a one-sided beating, and like even the promoter is starting to put the belt on your waist, and I'm just like. And then you have like the guy and like the coach and he's like, "What? That was like a home run. Like we almost killed you guys." And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, that coach said something. I forgot. I don't know what he said, but I remember.
But it was arrogant. It was bullshit.
I was like, "Bro, like, come on, how are you gonna tell me that?"
And guess what? Now those fighters have like left that gym because they realize like that coach doesn't have that much to like offer them.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. I mean, you were telling me then, so I guess it all just comes, full circle. And
I know like there was one guy I used to get really mad at. Like I remember he won his like first 3 fights with me, but then he got like a very big head. But I was like, dude, you need to stop. Like he was like, I'm gonna go pro in Glory soon, and I'm like, excuse me. And this is like I'm not even like 30 yet, and I'm like coaching this guy, and I'm like, you're gonna do what? You're like 26. What are you talking about, bro? You're 3-0 in kickboxing. You're 1-0 in MMA.
Yeah.
Like it just gets harder from here. Mm-hmm. It gets so much harder from here. And then he couldn't hold himself accountable for losing. He couldn't hold himself accountable for the fact that like when the going gets tough, he doesn't get going. He stops. Mm-hmm. And it was also like like a coach can also ruin people by giving them false confidence and no good habits.
Yeah.
Like this guy could punch hard, kick hard, and fast. Had 0 defense. And if you hit him, he just freezes. Like would go to his heels and get stuck. And it's like one of those, like, and it's like trying so hard, but like he just couldn't get past these certain things because he couldn't accept that he had this flaw. Mm-hmm. When the going got tough, he couldn't get going. When he got countered, he would freeze. And I'm like, man, I'm only mad because of the amount of shit that you fucking talk. Like I made sure, like I would drop this guy during pad rounds with like body shots and knees and shit like that. I'd bring in people just to wipe the fucking floor with him. Then he would say the wrong shit. He's like, I was having an off day. And I was like, no, you're just an off fighter. Like, that's a motherfucker. Like, if you could be a motherfucker if you were honest with yourself. But now, here's the hard part. Can you be honest with yourself? That person's now gone on to, like, get a great college degree. They're married, family, cool stuff. Like, it takes a while sometimes. Like, getting your ass beat and coming face to face with, like, this self-talk is, like, the best thing for you from fighting.
Yeah, so he quit fighting?
Oh, totally. Yeah. Like, tried to... He ended up like just trying to like train himself. It was actually really.
I feel like I know who you're talking about.
It was you've never met him.
I haven't.
No, you've never met him.
This is a while ago then, huh?
A long time ago. Yeah. He actually like signed up for a fight in Virginia without telling me, but put down Chance Muay Thai. And I had some like homies like Jason from Level Up. He was like, "Yo, your guy's here, man. Like, where you at, homie? Like, good to see you again." I'm like. Wait, what?
Wow, bro.
Wait, what? And then like Gene Byard hits me up like too. Like
it's
like two of my buddies from the locker room. And they're like, hey, dude, are you here to corner your guy? And I'm like, I'm at home with a bottle of wine eating a steak. I'm watching a cooking show right now. What the fuck are you talking about? And they're like, yeah, this guy signed up under Champs Muay Thai. And I was like, you need to walk up to him and tear his shirt off of him.
That's a crazy thing to do, though.
They pulled the shirt off of him.
Just go up there without
like,
you even knowing?
He messaged me and went, message received. I went, yeah, man, don't step foot in my gym again. Like, that
was it.
Yeah. But, like, with the other kid, it was, he talented, but then sometimes, like, he wanted the other kid that we were just talking about that you thought you knew, it was, he wanted a cheerleader for a coach. Not someone to hold him accountable for how great he could be. Because that kid, before his first kickboxing match, was fucking up UFC heavyweights. And those guys were like, you could see the look on their face, like, hey man, how many fights you guys? Like, oh, I'm making my debut soon. And they're just like, what? So talented. So fucking talented.
Like, when you say talented, what do you mean? Was it like his speed or technique?
Speed, IQ, the dog in him.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, he would rather, he would go to other gyms for sparring, always encouraged them. And these guys would start getting in his ear, like, hey, you're gonna kill this guy with this. And I'm like, hey man, I never said you're gonna stop this guy. I was like, you're still a kid. Mm-hmm. You don't have knockout power yet, but you do have a gas tank, so you can fight. Mm-hmm. You can do volume. You can fight a smart fight. Mm-hmm. When someone's 18 years old, even if you're a heavyweight, doesn't mean he was he could have been an 85. I was trying to get him lean down. I got him below 190 for a while, but he hated being disciplined on diet. Don't blame him. Food is awesome, know. But I told him, I was like, it takes time to. His first fight, he did knock a guy out with a head kick because fucking head kicks. We set it up, broke the guy down.
Yeah.
And then head kick, easy. You can stop people, but with hey, how do we break this person? How do we apply pressure? One punch knockout power. One shot head kick power, not guaranteed. So when he went into a fight where he tried to rattle off a bunch of head kicks, ended up gassing himself. I'm like, hey, stop doing that. We got a long fight. Gassed himself out. Ended up losing to somebody he had no business. In the rematch, dog walks him.
Yeah, I've noticed that happens quite often. People lose to guys that they, on paper, maybe shouldn't lose to, or the skill level.
But it's it is my matchups for my fighters are, it's a fight. I want you to win, but you could lose.
Yeah.
I don't set up squash matches. Mm-hmm. Now, if you make a simple error, you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
Tough. I'm not the kind of coach to pad a record. I'm not gonna be the kind of coach that'll get you to some title fights and you haven't been challenged. Mm-hmm. That's how you get hurt.
Yeah.
That's how we throw out years of work. Where I want people to do this for a long time. And if someone does want to fight, they have to fight fights. They have to fight fighters. Mm-hmm. And sometimes a fight can feel like a squash match because you were just that much better. You're just that much more prepared.
Yeah.
Great. Best kind of day to have. Does that make sense? But then it's how are you going to enjoy the journey? It's not easy.
Yeah.
What's easy about this?
Yeah, no, nothing. Yeah.
Nothing's easy, man. That was the speech on Saturday. I was like, oh, gee, you're all tired? Shut the fuck up. Of course. You're all adults. You all work. You guys all come to class. You guys do strength and conditioning. Mm-hmm. You're not supposed to come in on Saturday going man, I feel like I'm so rested.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're just dog, I'm just ready. Whatever you've got, you're ready to deliver with, man. That's what getting ready for a fight is, man. It's the day in, day out. There's no off season in this. Can you take a couple months off of fighting? Yes, I always recommend it. Can you taper some training down? Yes. Can you improve other areas? Absolutely. But there's no real off season, man. You start taking you start taking an off season, you're setting yourself back, physically and mentally. Because now you've kind of set yourself back, but you're holding yourself to the standard that you were when you were in full go.
Yeah, that's what I noticed the last few weeks. I mean, I took a whole year off, barely training,
Anisha's never-ending hot boy summer. You got to have them sometimes, but But there's also but you, I think, you still grew in leaps and bounds that you needed to. Not exactly skill-wise, but mentality-wise.
Yeah, now.
Ego-wise.
For sure.
Dude, it's how wise. It's I'm talking to you now and I'm this is the kid that I know. You went through his phase and I'm just what?
Yeah, you can say that.
But I get it. I've been in my early 20s.
Yeah.
I've been a teenager. We all dudes. We are so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
we get it. We hold on to people in my generation grew up watching Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger. So we're I gotta be this big, jacked, intimidating, mean, bad motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Really, I'm just better off being a little clown ninja. That's what I'm good at being, man. I found out Like, I'm way more honest to myself if I drop like these falsities, and I'm like, I will be the goofiest motherfucker in practice, but I'm gonna be the hardest working person in practice. I'm gonna give everyone some heat. I'm gonna stand on my business.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be talking shit the whole time. I'm gonna be cracking jokes the whole time. I'm not gonna be mean mugging pictures at the end of it. Like stupid shit like that, dude. I ruined so many fucking post-workout photos. Like dudes are like, and I'm just like over there like, hey, and they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I can't. What, me doing this? Look at me. I don't. There's nothing intimidating about me, dude. Like, so I realize like the more authentic I am to myself, like, oh, the more dangerous I actually am. Like the harder working I am.
Yeah, it'd be so interesting to see you in a training room, like, because when I first met you, it was like...
I was still training. Like, you still got to meet Trevor, like, pre-stroke, like, the lore is, like, still out there, yeah.
Yeah, but...
Even, like, Vihan, I didn't know that he was at, like, the smoker that I did for charity, and I was like, oh, you were there? Oh, man.
Yeah,
like,
I think him and my fam were there to watch...
That's so funny.
Watch that, but yeah. And then here he is, like 2 or 3 years later, he comes into your gym and... It's
been longer than that. It's been, like, 5 years.
I think 2 or 3 years after that, maybe, or maybe like 1 year. Because he came in maybe 2022.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He did start training in 2022. That's right. He started training in the shoebox. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, time flies. I remember like
Dude, when you're 18, like, I've got so much time. This is only you're 23, and you're like, oh, that 5 years went by quick.
No, it went by really quick. It was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
It's going to be 4 years ago this year, so.
Nuts, right?
Yeah, it is. So what do you think is a good timeline for someone to go pro then? Because if the time is going by so quick and you only have so many years in the sport, like how does someone manage a career like that?
Man, I feel like I think now like you'll be ready to go pro in like about a year or so.
Yeah, you think so?
Maybe less than 2 years, especially for MMA.
Yeah.
You're so overqualified for MMA.
Mm-hmm.
Between your Muay Thai, your kickboxing, your jiu-jitsu, your combat sambo matches.
Right.
You are more qualified on paper than because now like you've sparred guys that have been in the UFC, that are in the UFC.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit, yeah, this guy's like world class.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're like, well, technically you're not even a pro yet, but you can still hold your own in some areas.
Yeah.
It's huge. That's huge. You know. I believe like guys like Sam Cleary, man, he gets a good little win streak together, like locks in mentally. Like he's about like a year or two away from being pro, if that.
Yeah.
It's just like knowing like, are you committed to the routine? Are you committed to the process?
Mm-hmm.
Are you committed to like what's ahead? You know, and then there's also, don't forget, then there's the grind of being pro. It's even harder to find fights as a pro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like nothing is guaranteed.
Yeah, you're right. Because then all these like IKFs and these events, like I like to compete like often. You saw that before I left for Thailand the first time. It was like sambo,
always
fight,
always competing.
Yeah, tournament. Yeah. But so you're saying as a pro, what about MMA versus kickboxing? Are they both equally difficult, or I feel like
kickboxing and Muay Thai is so hard to find pro fights. Like trying to find a fight for Josh, a kickboxer, has been fucking impossible.
Oh, he's trying to fight.
Yeah, he's still trying to fight. It's just hard to find fight. We have to travel. Like we'd have to travel across the nation.
Yeah,
we'd have to go overseas again for him to fight. You know.
All right, buddy. Enjoy your day.
Farewell, Timmy. I'll see you, sir. All right. I will see you.
Vic some things to do with that projector.
Oh, sick. I'm going to go take it by Geek Squad after this and be like, show me how to use this.
Well, because one of the things we did with it, and this is many decades back, 2 decades back, but we made our own don't shoot videos.
Oh, sick.
So, like, you're holding your video, which was a camcorder.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm attacking you with a knife.
Uh-huh.
And then we run it through there and you put it up on the paper.
Oh, and that's when you have, like, the target and you have the person with the knife behind you to come in.
So you're shooting at...
Yeah.
Through the paper, but that video projection up onto the paper.
Yeah, it's helping you recognize like what's behind you to assess the threat.
Or you shoot them.
Or you shoot them, yeah.
But you shoot right into the paper, right on the range. So
that
just sits here in front of you.
Yeah. Slick. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
I'll see you this week.
Levels of training.
Yeah.
I love like picking Tim and I go back and forth about like his training with like law enforcement, like military on like active like shooter response drills.
Oh, dude,
like,
speaking of that, I want to start going to the shooting range. Like that's one of the things I want to do this year. Like weekly start going and getting accustomed to learning how to use a pistol.
It's good. It's a good skill to have. Like even like Talia saw me like not shooting for a long time, and she was like, "You're still hitting dead center mass." And I was like, "I mean, after a while, a target to target. Like you just draw, shoot. Like when I was doing the like Asheville stuff, I was doing like active load reload stuff. I didn't have to. I only maybe had to draw my. I only thought about drawing my pistol once when I was out there, and it was still like, oh.
Like before you would go out there, you made it sound like you were going to go into like a zombie apocalypse, and maybe it was because a lot of people were raiding.
There were so many fucked up things going on, but like I kept my ear to the ground. Like I promised Talia, like, cause she gets it. Like she knows I'm kind of willing to, like, I'd rather go. Like if I see someone in a car accident in the water, I'll jump in the water without thinking. You know, like I've always had this issue of like putting people before myself. Where she like, and so like I was making sure like we had routes. Like I was in constant contact with contacts I made from like the sheriff's department here to the sheriff's departments out there. Like, hey, what are the clear routes? Like, what are the hot spots? I had friends that are in the military that were out there, like special forces. I'm like, where are you guys at? Is it hot and heavy? I will stay the fuck away from there. I am not like. If you want to drive out and get into a shootout, you've never been in one. Like it's not something you just like you know. Those are. Like, if that's what you're built for, like, good for you. But, like, me, like, I'm a dude. Have I been shot at? Yeah, cool. It's not fun. Like, you know, it is not an enjoyable, like, oh, yeah, Call of Duty's sick. No, I never want to play Call of Duty. Like, you know, like, but it's, like, one of those things, like, knowing that you have that, like, there's a lot of discipline to, like, having a pistol. And I've had to tell, like, Talia that. I was like, look, man, if you have a pistol, you can't be so aloof. Like, you have to be focused on what's around you. Like, you have a pistol to protect yourself from bad people.
Right.
Now, are you prepared to draw that pistol at the right time or the wrong time? There's a lot of bad gun owners. I hate bad gun owners. Like, some people get mad at me because, like, I'll make a silly video. Like, when I was pointing my gun at the snow.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I had, like, some dude trying to call me out, and I was like, shut up. It's called the Second Amendment and a sense of humor, man. Yeah. Like, it wasn't loaded. I had my finger off the pistol. Like, I made another video of me, like, I tagged a buddy of mine from Australia where I'm in my hot tub drinking a seltzer, wearing a small cowboy hat with my AR, watching fights outside. And I was like, the average Australian brain cannot handle it. Like, I'll do shit like that, you know, but I am not, my first thought is not to, like, pull my pistol out and shoot someone if we get into an altercation. Yeah. You know, like, if I see if there's someone far away with a knife, like, yeah, if I see, like, you know, maybe God forbid, like, there is an active shooter situation. Like, you need the discipline to recognize the crowd, the pattern, like what Tim was talking about right there, where it's like active shoot response drills. Of like, okay, there's this person you're dealing with in front of you, but now what's behind you? Can you shoot past them? Can you clear past and get through? Does that make sense? So like, there's all kinds of like things like proper gun owners are like the best people to have around. You know, I hear people that go like, guns are the problem. We need to remove guns off the street. And I'm like, no, the fuck we don't. How the fuck you can protect yourself? How the fuck little Miss Karen that can't walk up a flight of stairs without getting gassed? How are you gonna protect yourself from like the worst version of me? Yeah.
I mean, there's only one way, really. You gotta have a weapon or a gun. I was talking to John Chell about this. Like, one time he took me hunting, and I was very curious. Like, so let's say, for example, you're at a gas station, and someone comes into the gas station and tries to rob it, but you don't see that he has a gun. He's just, like, acting like he has a gun, hidden. So, and you were in the...
I go to the...
You just go grab?
Go. Yeah, but it depends on scenario. Like, where is my back turned? Am I seeing them walk in? Like, even like I tell Talia, man, like, I don't like. I'm not a mean I mean, I'm an angry person. I don't try to be mean. I'm not trying to go out and look for conflict. I just don't want anybody to like ruin my day. Like you, when you've seen people get their throat slit because they're not aware of like who's in the room or who's in the fight. Like as someone who's been stabbed because I was trying to break up a fight, like as someone who's seen people's like lungs and rib cages get ripped open because like some coward with a knife wants to come up and fucking gut them. Like that shit changes you a bit. Like when you're around family members that are drug dealers and you're around bad situations and suddenly there's a shot going off and you're like, what the fuck? Like it's not cool, man. It's not cool to hear gunshots like hitting the side of your vehicle and shit like that. It's not, there's nothing cool about it. It only takes like a couple times being around that to then be like, no matter where I'm at, Starbucks, Target, just like I'm always, like I pull up to a stoplight and I might like, now I'm glad I have my little front head unit thing where I can be like, music, I can change my song. I'm not taking my eyes off shit.
I see.
Like I tell people like I love my life. I'm kind of happy with who I am. And I don't want anybody to take that shit from me. I don't want anybody to like harm my loved ones. You know, like I tell Talia, like if you're carrying, there's a lot of discipline that goes with that. You know, bad gun owners get people killed. You it's like the gas station scenario. Like my situations of like there's two scenarios I can always talk about. Where there's one time at a party, this kid tried to brandish a gun. It ended up being a CO2 gun, but it looked real. It looked like a fucking Beretta.
Yeah.
You can't tell a difference in that moment, you know. So it was just some kids trying to mouth off, and they're like, "Motherfucker, no, we do have a problem." And I'm like, "No, we don't." Boom, and knocks his teeth out.
Yeah.
Guess what? He got his teeth knocked out for carrying a CO2 gun.
Yeah.
Fucking, he wins.
Deserved though. Like, come on, bro. You can't do that.
Hopefully, he never does that again.
Yeah.
I've got the Hoist Gracie buck knife. That I got autographed by Hoist because he happened to be in town and some dude tried to stab me, but he was going for the weapon. I didn't know there was a weapon there, but he put his hand towards his pocket. And I stopped that. And I pulled it out. I introduced him to the concrete, and I got a new trophy. Like I don't want, like, there's a lot of discipline that goes into like carrying a pistol. I tell people like it's good to have. It makes you aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
don't get got, as we used to say. Like, don't be the guy that gets got. You know what sucks? Being that guy on the news. That innocent bystander shot. Or like, hey, you're checking out at the gas station, the guy comes up behind you and blows your fucking brains out, so the guy empties the register.
Yeah.
People, like, when they talk about, like, counterterrorism, they always talk about, like, hey, let's say you're on the plane. I know we got really off topic, sorry, but, like, this is, like for young kids that I've never around, like, shit. Like,
it's good to know.
Shit.
Like, this is, like, curious stuff.
You hear, like, counter-terrorist professionals always talk about, like, okay, so I'm the guy at the front of the plane. I'm telling you what to do. But now here's how the situation started. I walked up behind the stewardess, and I slit her fucking throat. And now I have your attention. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I'm like, but that's it. Like, be aware of who's around you. Be aware of, like, and I've seen it, like working security, being a bouncer and shit like that. You can catch a bad attitude from a mile away. You can catch bad intentions from a mile away.
Yeah.
And there are just some absolute psychopaths out there that will just kill people, that will just light a person on fire. Like, there's that stabbing on the bus in Charlotte. You heard about that?
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
Horrible. Like, it's horrible, man.
Yeah,
I hate that kind of shit. It sucks. But, I tell people I'm nobody's bitch. Like, I don't, I want to go home to my dog. I like my little bit of wine on the weekends. Like, I like my life, So
what would constitute you pulling your gun on someone?
It would have to be if someone's, like, far away with a knife. I will fucking shoot you in a heartbeat.
But close, you'll try to disarm them with your hands.
Like, it depends. I mean, because even still, if you're going to go for your weapon, you have to create space.
Yeah.
Like, there's a really famous, like, there's countless videos of people that are carrying a gun, and they're unaware of how to draw and create space. And they can't even get their gun out.
Yeah, and I mean, they can take it. Same with like a knife. They can
dude, you
take
see
it
it all the time. A lot of people,
really
if you don't have any weapon retention, like when I've worked with like law enforcement on how to like retain weapons, dude, cops hate it when I'm training with them, and then it's been a long time since I've done it, but like when I'm training with them, like you have to start in like interpersonal conversations, and then you're going for that weapon, and then I've pulled their weapon. I'm just like click, 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 click. Huh? All right, sorry, man. End of the road for you. Go sit down. And it's like, I want to go again. You're dead. Go sit down. Nah, man, that's not fair. No, it's not fair that you fucking suck at being a cop. Go sit down.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you have to know these things.
You have to know
these
things, man. You have to know these things, man. Even if you want to be, like, it's funny, like, Talia sent me a video of this female comedian. She was like, you know what? After I had a kid, suddenly, I became a conservative. I'm buying guns. There's no wolves or coyotes, whether it be a person or an animal, coming near my kid to harm it. And, like, this is a woman who talks about, like, gun violence is bad. Then she's like, no one's fucking with my child. And I'm like, yes, fuck yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, when you're a grown man and it's, like, your job to, like, as a sheepdog, no, I'm not. I'm just a dude. Like, no, you have to know that you are going to keep your loved ones safe. Like, I want people to feel safe that I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to walk home and be like, don't worry, I'm here. I'll hopefully I'm in the right spot at the right time for you. And I've pulled people out of bad spots. I have fucked up some bad people. It feels kind of good to do that. I'm not like, I don't have a hero complex, but call me Freddy because I'm fucking ready. And so that discipline goes a long way on like, hey, like be ready to.
Yeah.
Like even Tim's talked about it, like how he's had to do it, and I'm like, I hope I'm never in that scenario where I have to take a life. I don't want to wrap my head around that. Like, it's horrible to think about.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if you are like, if you're a husband, if you're a father, then you should be ready to protect your loved ones, protect your neighbors.
Right. So if someone was far away with a knife, then you would draw on them. Any other?
Oh, absolutely, dude. Because
if they were far away with a gun.
If you look
obviously.
up, I mean, well, yeah, if they have a pistol, I mean, I don't know that person's intent.
Yeah.
But usually, if someone's, a lot of times, like, you know, hopefully you're lucky you can see that person drawing, you can get some cover, you can get out, you can get off their line of sight and fire. But you know, knife weapon specialists always talk about like the 21-foot rule. A person can cover 21 foot of space very fast. And it's just enough time to get to you before you get your gun out.
I see.
That's like the golden. That's the golden rule of if you're an officer with a drawn holster, don't shoot Psyduck. Oh no, his beak. Like the 21-foot rule. Like a person can cover 21 feet very fast when you're going for that weapon, because like that officer might be startled, the shock response. Oh shit, I'm being attacked.
Yeah.
No wonder those dudes are stressed out. You never know. Yeah, so it's like, you know, hopefully you can create space, like disarm, pull the gun, be like, hey, don't do it. They try to go for it again, pop. Like hopefully you can get it out before, because there's even still like knowing to like take some steps back to draw and shoot. If someone has a pistol, hopefully you can recognize, draw, get cover, get off line of sight. You know, now hopefully that person is not defending themselves from someone else, and then you shoot the wrong person. There's also that. Yeah. And a lot of people, like I've seen, like there's a lot of good gun owners that have been shot by bad gun owners. Because that person panics.
You have to be really aware.
You have to be so aware. Yeah. But there's a lot of responsibility to being a martial artist and being a gun owner, man. Like there's a lot. Like I can't go out and just fuck people up even though I want to with my 6 set of skills. Yeah. Like, you know, if like me compared to a normal person, they're not a challenge at all. I'd be a bad martial artist if I just went out beating people up. Yeah. I try to be a good martial artist, you know. I try to be Mr. Kung Fu Panda. Like, let me help the homies with my kung fu, you know. Let me help. You know, hopefully my neighbors feel safe. You know, I don't go outside going like, don't worry guys, I have a new AR. Look at this scope. You know, I'm not. You know, but like, hey, like, if you're my neighbor, I want you to know like I've got your back.
Yeah. Have you gotten into like a fight or a scuffle like since anytime recently, like in the last maybe 15 years?
No, just some like almost. Wait, you said 15 years?
Yeah, like, or outside of bouncing.
15 years. Yeah, absolutely. I thought I think it's like the past 5 years. I was like, nah, I've had like a stroke for like 4 of those. Like, so I've been like, me personally.
I know you haven't done anything recently. Like you've been more low key, just coaching. I mean, shit. But,
like the last time, like one of the funniest times, like when I just started dating Talia, and I walked a dude out of a bar by his neck because he called her a bitch. Like, and she was like, "You'll just," and she was like, that's when Talia was like, "What are you?" And I was like, I'm Trevor, hey. You know, and yeah, like the older I get, like when I was younger, I was way more, and I talked to like Will Trimble about it one day because he like broke his hand trying to break up a fight. And I was like, look man, you just reacted like a young man, you know, and then you learn how to react like an old man.
Well, how would you react?
Now when I reacted, because I'm 38 years old, 39 is a couple months away, I'm like, hey look man, like if this person wants to engage physically, I'm going to end it really quick. Like, you know, there's always recognizing. It's just like if I'm looking at you right now, I can see your pockets, I can see your feet. How are you talking to me? What is your posture like? What is your attitude? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna let this person keep sizzling. I'm gonna let this person keep letting their top blow off.
So a lot of it is mental then, like perception 100%. And assessment.
Yeah, I'm gonna let someone get really fucking mad at me for a couple minutes. I'm gonna let them have an adrenaline dump. I'm gonna let them yell. I'm gonna let them scream. Words do not hurt me. Yeah. Now, if you say I'm gonna fucking kill you, I'm gonna grab a hold of you. Yeah. And then you're gonna find out really fucking quick. So like I haven't like physically beat the shit out of someone in a long time. But then there's like those moments of like motherfuckers say the wrong thing, and then I remind them, oh, you're gonna put them on the wall. You got weapons on you. Like when you're holding a person by the wall, you've got your head in their head. You've got them spread out. You're emptying their own pockets and shit. Yeah. Suddenly that person realized that they're a big old bitch. Yeah, yeah. And like to me, that's always kind of felt like a party trick. You know, it's kind of like a magic trick. Like, I can pull a card out of something. I'm gonna pull my foot out of your ass. Like that's the magic trick. Yeah. But like,
it's just wrestling. It's just like the skills you learn here. You apply them real MMA, quick.
Yeah, dude.
And
like,
they can tell.
Yeah, like you know. So now it's always like you know, even like my mom will talk about this, where it's like, you know, always be the bigger person in the fight. You know, if someone is trying to start shit, like don't get physical unless they make it physical, or you address like the kind of threat they're gonna have. Yeah. You know, let them talk shit about your parents. Cool. If someone's talking shit about your parents and that sets you off to go like fucking kill someone, maybe you should be in jail.
Yeah, I heard this. I don't know if you know this guy online. His name is Wes Watson. But
He's such a clown.
Yeah, I saw his video of him. I know you don't fuck with him. I know Dylan told me he didn't fuck with him either much. When he came out of jail, he had like these viral videos of like what it's like in jail and whatnot.
What did he go to jail for?
A drug situation went wrong. Attempted murder, stuff like this. So he was in
stupid shit.
Yeah, he was in jail for a long time. But I thought this was an interesting thing. He said, if you're not willing to kill someone over something, then you gotta let it go. And I was like, well, that makes sense, especially in jail.
There will be, like, there's the guys like him and, like, even, like, you know, like the Tate brothers and stuff like that. There's a lot of shit I hear them say, and I'm like, come on, dudes. Now I hear them say some shit, I'm like, you're kind of spot on about something. Like, but, like, that is, like, I was like, okay, so Wes Watson has, like, a 0.1% good check. But, like, it's, like, one of those things, like, yeah, if you're not willing to kill that person, like, let it go. Yeah,
it sounds, because that sounds like the philosophy you have.
Because it's real life, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I tell people, like, if I am out with my wife and someone wants to attack her, and they want to make it a problem, I will fucking end that person.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, there's the part where I'm like, I'm going to try and prevent ending this person's life as much as I can, because I do not want to have to sit in a jail cell because this pathetic little asshole wanted to fuck with the wrong person on the wrong day. Like, there's a lot of good people that have gone to jail because they handled the situation wrong. Like, they protected themselves and they kill someone, knocking them out, their head hits the ground, they're dead.
Yeah, right.
It happens all the time. It is the most common way to kill someone on accident. Knocking someone out in a street fight and their head hits the ground, brain hemorrhage, they die. And now you gotta go sit in a jail cell for murder. But really it was self-defense, but turned into murder.
Yeah.
So then instead, like, okay, can you assess the threat? Can you spread the threat out? Can you neutralize the threat without neutralizing, like, without ending them, you know? Like, I ain't trying to make their lifeline go flat.
Yeah.
Like, I want that person to learn from their mistakes. You've, like, seen the movie Fight Club?
No, never watched it.
Fucking great movie. Like, there's a scene where, like, I can't remember, like, the context of it, but, like, he just finds, like, this random guy. Like, goes up, beats the shit out of him, threatens to fucking kill him, takes his ID. Now I know where you fucking live. If you don't live a good life, I'm gonna come back and fucking kill you. And I go, see, I just changed his life. He's gonna have the best life ever now. And I am like, not wrong. Like, not wrong, but, like, there's been a lot of people I've beaten up or I've changed their attitude real quick. And now they don't carry that same, they're like, man, I don't know where that thought, like, I don't know why I had those thoughts in my head. And I'm like, I don't know either. But now think about the consequences. It could get you killed, or you can take away this very nice life you made for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weren't we talking about fighters an hour ago?
Yeah.
Tim came in and started talking about, like, the gun stuff, and I was like, oh, hell yeah, dude, sick, yeah.
Yeah. Fighters and what it takes to be elite. But we have the UFC event, what you're going to hold here.
Oh, shit, yeah, dude. I'm excited to see, like, how I'm really excited to see, like, the production of the events now. Because I've seen, like, I've been to, like, every era of, like, UFC events live. And then I'll say, like, seeing, like, the ESPN era. Like, the production of, like, events, like, it's so clean, it's so well organized. So I can't wait to see, like, Paramount. Like, they're a big movie production company, so, like, they're bringing in all kinds of, like, new equipment from, like, film and record. So I'm excited to see, like, what kind of new stuff is going to lay out.
That's
like,
going to be sick, yeah.
The referees are getting, like, wearing the meta glasses now, and I'm like, oh man.
You think it's going to be pretty different than
I think it's going to. I think it's going to feel like. I think some of these fights are going to feel like a lot more interactive. Like, the shots, the angles, the camera quality is going to be like. I mean. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
You know, either way, it's a fight. I see two homeless people fighting. I'm like, well, I'm going to pull over and watch.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a degenerate. But yeah, I'm really excited about, you know, it's always like, to me, it makes me giddy where I've gotten to see this sport grow from the very start to like this. And I'm like, hell yeah, I can't wait to see what's next. Like,
yeah, you're right. You've gone through all the phases and everything.
Yeah.
Even, like, I think the first UFC event I remember is Adesanya versus Yoel Romero.
Wow.
I watched, so that wasn't even like that long. That was like 5 or 6 years ago. And that's like when I got into the sport.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Obviously, besides like Khabib and Conor, everyone saw that.
Everyone saw that, yeah.
That event was like the first one I saw with John Shell and all of them, and sat down and I was like, all right, let me really pay attention. Let me like get involved in the sport. And even since then, it's changed so much. So I can only imagine like the old days. I watched like the first UFC events. I'm like, what is this?
Like, Talia came home and saw me just like I was like playing a game on my phone or something, and I had like an old UFC like on the TV, and she was like, oh shit, that's what the UFC used to be. And I'm like, yeah, how cool is that? And she was like, I can see why you'd like that, because it was just raw.
Yeah.
Just like, you can see how poorly made the cages were, The referees didn't know what was going on. The people in the cage didn't know what was going on. Like I tell people, like my first MMA practice was my first MMA fight, and you're just like, what a wild time to be alive, man. Like I feel very fortunate for being around. Like growing up in North Carolina, like I wasn't in the hot spots. Like you've got people that come up in like places like Vegas, California, some of the bigger cities. Like you can like walk into gyms. You're training UFC caliber people. I didn't meet my first some of the first UFC caliber people until like Jordan Ronaldo went to the UFC, like Josh Koscheck when I was coaching him. I'm like, damn, these are like world-class dudes, and so it's really cool to see how raw like it used to be to now how much of an organized like sport it is. Like it was more like survival and now it's a sport. But yeah, dude, these athletes now, it's something else, man. I love it. And I'm bummed that the Kayla Harrison fight fell through. Yeah. I was really looking forward to her and Nunez because there's it's one of those big drama show fights. They used to be teammates. I'm always like,
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, dude. They came up, they were both at American Top Team at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think would have won?
Bro. So it's one of those things, man. I feel like Nunez, like, if Amanda could keep it on the feet, I could see her picking, like, Kayla, apart because she's just so fluid and snappy and powerful with her strikes. Kayla still kind of fights on a straight line to get someone to take them down and stuff like that. Kayla is working on her footwork and her ins and outs to like close space, but there's still that thing of like she was a grappler for such a long time. Grapplers have a hard time kind of getting into like that if they're getting like when you saw Ronda Rousey and Nunez fight. Ronda's getting in, she's like, wait, what is this? Like what? I think it could have been just like that, or it could be the best Kayla Harrison ever, and she just slips underhook, hip toss, submission. I don't give a shit. He's gonna be sick. Like I'm one of those guys, man. I'm always like, I don't care. I want to see what each person's gonna try and do. Like when I watch fights, like you'll see me, like when I'm watching, I'm always like, I don't care who's gonna win. I just want to see how this one person might win. Yeah. Who's gonna make a mistake or who has the perfect game plan. Like Gaethje and Patty. Like I would not. I wouldn't pick Patty to win a fight if it was like Patty from 3 years ago against Gaethje, but this new motherfucking Patty.
He fucked up Michael Chandler.
This guy is a problem. He's got head movement now. He's got range in his strikes. He's got a lot more IQ. He's got cage craft. He can move around the cage well. Justin Gaethje has now really solidified himself as a very one-dimensional fighter.
Well, as like a boxer?
Do not stand and bang with that guy. You know. But you can take him down. You can submit him. And Patty's real good at taking people down and submitting them. Yeah. If you can literally physically pick up Michael Chandler and just ragdoll him like that, you can do the same to Justin Gaethje. All right. Patty has like that long. He has like a very stiff neck still, kind of like he's still very open to getting hit with uppercuts. Yeah. So there's always like that what if. Yeah. Like Gaethje is very good about landing 3 to 4 strikes at once. I really feel. I feel like if Gaethje avoids landing like one big punch over 3 to 4 like fast pops, like that's gonna really fuck Patty up. If Gaethje goes out there trying to hit like one shot good night strikes, then Patty's gonna win. But if Gaethje can go out and like hit combination, angle, combination, breaking up cadences, we can see Patty getting slept. Yeah. But I kind of feel like I'm kind of thinking like Patty, the younger man, like. Even Gaethje's talking like this is his last hurrah. When you start hearing that, it's kind of like...
Yeah, you kind of know what's going to happen.
I hate saying that.
Patty kind of wants it more. He really sees himself with it.
Yeah, not everybody's George Foreman, dude. But yeah, it's like I kind of see Patty taking this over Gaethje, which I hate saying because I've always been a big Gaethje fan.
Yeah, and then Ilya's going to destroy him.
Ilya's going to fuck Patty up, dude. Ilya, I can't wait for that fight. But it's been cool because Patty mouthed off online, and Ilya stood on his business and tried to fuck him up in that lobby. But then, Patty was kind of like, hey, man, as a father, I hate what you're going through, man. I hope if we, get into a fight, you get everything behind you, and I get to fight the best version of you. And Ilya's like, thank you for the support, man. I can't wait to see you in there. And I'm like, let's go. That's even cooler. Now they have, this, they're both grown men now. Yeah. They've both become completely different people. They have kids now. So they've got these, dad brains. Yeah. And it's like, hey, I respect you, but we're going to fucking kill each other. And I can't wait for those two to fight. That's going to be sick. That's going to be a great one. Who else is on this card?
Sean O'Malley
and Song Yadong. I can see. I've got O'Malley on that one. I'm a bit more.
O'Malley really only lost to Merab. Who did he lose to anyone else? Like, no, not really.
That's really
it was
good,
just Merab, right? Merab twice.
Who else is on this card? I mean, and then there was the Chito Vera, like the injury kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't count.
Yeah,
right?
I definitely have Sean O'Malley over Song Yadong. Song is good.
Yeah.
But O'Malley, his length, his range, he's so unorthodox but still technical. I think that he's going to pick Song apart.
Yeah, I agree.
And especially even like seeing like how Sean, I mean, like, yeah, he got ran through by Merab. But, you know, even like Sean in his fights against like Aljo and Merab and Jan in the past, I was like, I think he's got a way better toolbox, like counter wrestling wise, to beat Song Yadong. Waldo Cortez versus Derek Lewis. Man, that's just like heavyweights. I'd never know, but I could see once again, it's more like combination versus one-shot power.
Yeah, Derek Lewis is one-shot power. I don't really know who Waldo Cortez is.
Waldo Cortez is a former professional baseball player, so he's been like a pro athlete for like a long time, and he's fast. Like his right hand is one of the fastest fucking punches for a heavyweight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So now two things will happen. Either A, Derek's crafty, can feint and attack. Like people forget, like Derek is a great feint fighter, and it's very subtle. Because everyone's so worried about his power, a little twitch creates big openings. You know, however, at the same time, like Waldo's speed and Derek Lewis, like heavyweights is always different. Heavyweights have a way longer like fight line than like the younger guys.
Yeah.
Derek Lewis could do some Derek Lewis. Like I am here for the Derek Lewis show.
Oh, for sure.
There is something about that dude that's so endearing. Like that he gets out of prison with a tow truck driver. He's very honest. He is himself through and through. And seeing the kind of like persona he's become through fighting, always going to be a Derek Lewis fan, you know. But like this guy Waldo Cortez, he's like this new wave of heavyweights, like these fast, explosive, dynamic guys. Derek Lewis is also way fucking bigger, so maybe Derek like wears him out a little bit in the first. So that could be, you know, who's gonna land that first shot. I don't see either of these guys taking more than like 2 or 3 big shots from each other. Like heavyweights, is one and done a lot of times.
Yeah, that's going to be a knockout. Very quickly.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, don't forget Derek Lewis did beat Francis Ngannou by grabbing him and laying on him.
Yeah, so you think it could be like that? I mean, I feel like only heavyweights would do that.
That's where I feel like if Derek is smart, he's going to put Waldo like on the cage.
Yeah.
And make him carry his weight.
And then like, tire him out and then knock him out?
Yeah, tire him out like that first and second. Maybe knock him out like second, late in the second, early in the third.
Yeah, okay.
That's kind of how I see that. But like Waldo could just, blink. You know, Natalia Silva versus Rose Namajunas. Don't know much about Silva.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like there's, I got to ask Talia about that. She does a good job of like really staying on top of like the female fighters. Like I love watching female fighting. I've always been a Rose fan. I feel like Rose fights too much to like win on the scorecards than for the finish.
Yeah,
so she's like, you know, like a lot of these young up and coming chicks, like they are like women's MMA. Like there's gaps in each level of it, but like these women are coming out to like fight.
Yeah.
So let's see if like Natalia Silva can just like push the pace, land the more effective strikes. Like don't forget, like you can land more strikes but not do more damage. So I could see, you know, maybe Rose crafts her way to a decision win, or Silva bullies herself into a decision win. Is kind of how I see that going. No, maybe Rose lands a head kick. She's got really sneaky head kicks up the middle. I like it a lot.
Against Whaley.
Yeah.
But since then, I haven't really seen too much of her.
Yeah. Arnold Allen versus Gene Silva.
Oh, that's a good fight.
That's a good fight.
Yeah.
Arnold Allen is a brick shit house. I think Gene Silva, if he wins, it's early. If Arnold Allen wins, it's later or decision, because Arnold is so durable, but he's also like he moves like a power lifter. He moves like he's not the most fluid fighter, but he's very crafty, very technical. But Gene Silva is legitimately insane and has like good unorthodox movement, blitzes, very fast, can put fights in all kinds of weird areas that Arnold might not be ready for. So I'm kind of leaning towards seeing like. I could see Gene Silva winning, but also Gene Silva is, because he's so wild, can put himself into bad places, and that's what's cost him
against Diego Lopez.
Like in his last couple fights, you know. So like with like Arnold's patience could pay off in that. This is why I get like the worst fight picks, because it's never like too definitive on who. It's always like I can see like one of two ways. Like one of these guys is gonna win.
I think a lot of the pros do the same thing, or guys that are experienced in martial arts. They know that like there is no definitive way. Both guys are good
at this level.
Fighting at that level.
You take me to an amateur fight night. I can look at the gyms. I can just see on like the walkout who could probably win.
Yeah.
Like I am undefeated at like low level amateur fights, seeing like who's gonna win.
Yeah.
You know. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Davison Figueiredo. Crazy that is on the undercard.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's a really good fight.
I think Umar's got that.
Yeah.
I think Umar, and like once we were just saying, like we're not too sure, but I think Umar has that one in the bag.
Yeah, Davison's isn't he a bit older? He's like towards the end of his career.
A little bit older.
Now.
He's gone up a weight class, coming off a knee injury.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of see Umar just having too much for him.
Yeah.
You know, finishing him not guaranteed, but definitely like staying on him the entire time. Don't know these next two guys. Nikita Krylov versus Bukakis. A dude from Russia and a dude from Lithuania. Those guys are going to fight to the death. Probably Modestus winning. Nikita's gotten kind of chinny lately. Alex Perez, Charles Johnson. Flyweight fights are always fun to watch at that level.
Mm-hmm.
That's like watching two tornadoes in a bag fight each other. Charles Johnson, he was a Olympic, like I think, track athlete.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's surprisingly explosive and quick. He's the one that knocked out Van.
Joshua Van?
Van, yeah.
I haven't seen that.
So yeah, look that up. Like
Yeah.
that was Joshua Van's debut fight in the UFC, and Charles Johnson knocked him out. Bad.
Sheesh.
Alex Perez, really scrappy kid. Ooh, Michael Johnson, Alexander Hernandez is going to be a good fight.
Is Alexander Hernandez the guy who's like on a streak right now? And
He's streaking right now. Yeah.
He's doing really well.
He's doing well. Yeah, I think he knocked out.
Fluffy, is that Fluffy Hernandez?
No, Fluffy Hernandez is a middleweight.
That's someone else.
No, yeah, he knocked out Beneil Dariush like bad in his last fight, I think, or no, someone else. But like that was like one of his last fights. He knocked out Beneil. Michael Johnson is like in his early 40s now.
Yeah.
Alexander Hernandez is now like early 30s, young go-getter. But Michael Johnson always has crack in his punches, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Always has something to like sleep someone with. He's very fast, very crafty. I can see Alexander Hernandez kind of bullying his way to a win on that one. Josh, I can't remember his last name, Hokett against Denzel Freeman. So we got a former NFL player versus a Marine. That's a heavyweight fight. So you know what, man? Like when the heavyweight fights start, I kind of feel like those guys that have like those hats, like the 2 beer cans with straws. I'm like, hell yeah, man! I'm gonna eat my popcorn and beer as you guys go kill each other. Like, I'm never really caring about like who's doing what at heavyweight. I just know like those two guys are gonna like try.
They're gonna scrap and try and knock
like
each other out.
This guy Josh Hokett, like being in it, it's like you have NFL player versus Marine. Like those guys aren't known for taking back steps.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited for that. Ricky Terceros versus Cameron Smotherman. Ultimate Fighter winner. He's doing okay against Smotherman. Don't know much about him. Bantamweight bout. That'll probably be a decision for either guy. The last fight, I have no idea who these two guys are. Ty Miller, Adam Fugit. They're not.
Are you gonna put on the prelims here?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Like this whole card. Like I mean, these are all like.
Yeah.
Even like these early prelims, like you have like Johnson, Hernandez, Perez, Charles Johnson as like the two on like the early prelims.
Mm-hmm.
Like even like these first 3 fights, like they're doing a good job of like on these bigger cards. Like these are good like up and comers.
Yeah.
How many fights is that still? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, so it's still like 13 fights.
What, on the prelim?
No, like the whole card. The whole
yeah.
card. That's still like a good bit of fights, man. Like nothing better than a fight night with the boys.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been to one.
Man.
So did you do any recently? Did you do one in December for the last fight card of December? Or?
I don't know if we did or not. I think we did.
No, because I think I was here. I would have known about it.
Maybe, I think it was like maybe right before you got back. We did do one recently. I can't remember the fight card.
Was it pretty packed? Did they get pretty packed?
I think we...
Oh, I think you did do one in December.
Yeah.
I think you did. You told the potluck and
yeah.
to bring stuff.
I got to put that in the group chat. Be like, if it doesn't snow on Saturday, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna try and see if I can't get this projector working and put it back up on the projector.
Nice.
And that makes it a lot more fun, dude.
Yeah.
Having a projector, like the big screen, like the TV is cool. I was telling Ty, I was like, technically, we can get a 70-inch TV as a write-off for the gym, and she's like, "You piece of shit, don't you do it?" And I'm like, maybe, like.
That would be sick.
When old man Tim, like, he brought in like his old projector.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take it over to Geek Squad to see if I can't like find the right like connecting cables, to, like what I can play it out of, because I'm a caveman. I don't know anything about technology. So I'm going to try and get that running.
How was it? Was it pretty packed last time?
I think it was a good group here, man. Yeah, I think it was a good group last time.
It always is.
It is. It's just a good hang, man. Just Yeah, that's the one. I love that about this gym is like everyone will get together and hang out.
Yeah, for sure. I remember the Cyril Gahn, John Jones one was like, dude.
Bro, that was
there were so many people
out.
here. Yeah. What up, Christian?
We're almost done. That's almost 12. Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that like that one was so funny because we had so many people, and that fight was over so fast. Like it was like watching a dog get run over. You're like, oh fuck! But I was like, guys, John Jones. Like I was not expecting a firefight. I was like, Oh man. What are your thoughts on the fights this weekend? Who do you think's got it?
I think Patty's gonna win for sure.
Yeah.
But like you said, Justin could knock him out because he always has his chin up. So I agree with you with that. I think Sean O'Malley's gonna win.
Yeah.
And those are really the only two that I'm like really. Oh, and I think Umar's gonna win.
Yeah, that Umar fight, like that Umar man, that should be on the main card.
Yeah.
I think that's bullshit. That's not the main card. Like those are two of the best in the world. But
because
like,
Umar only has one loss, right? And it's against Merab.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that was his last fight. So his last fight was for a title.
Was it? I thought he had a fight since then.
Who did he fight?
I don't know. There's so many fights between like I try to keep track of the UFC, but I'm also always watching like other fight. Like I'm always keeping my eyes like other fight promotions. Also, like you guys are way more important to me than whoever the world champion is right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm having to keep way more eyes on like local gyms. Like, all right, who's this next step of gym that we have to face? Like, what's this next state that we have to go to? I'm always way more focused in on you guys than like the world champs.
Yeah.
That's more for me. That's like entertainment. Until we got to face those guys, and it's like, all right, it's time to do our research. But like, we got a while, you know. So.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what Paramount Plus does for fighting now, and onward and upward, dude. I love it. The more people that see MMA now, the better it is for business. I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's
Definitely.
it's never been a better time to own a gym like post COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everyone. Like the UFC was the only thing going on during COVID, and so that's what everyone had their eyes on. And like since COVID, like that was getting like the bug in people's ears, you know, or like kids were watching their parents watch UFC because like the only sport on, and now those parents are taking their kids to the gym, and I'm like, oh, let's go. All right, give me a little Ilya Tapora, let's go.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah. Well, hell yeah, man. Well, until next time, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Until next time. Until next week.